When Jaguar Wright began speaking about the new Diddy documentary, she made one thing clear immediately. Almost none of it surprised her. From her perspective, the documentary wasn't exposing a new story. It was finally catching up to one she had been watching unfold quietly for years. Jaguar has said she's lived close enough to the industry to see what happened behind the scenes, long before cameras and courtrooms got involved. She already knew which parts of the story would be allowed to surface and which parts would be conveniently left out.
That Kirk Burrow was saying at the end of episode 4 when he first, dropped the bomb, that he had been essayed by Diddy. It's Kirk Burrows.
Yeah.
Who has been here since the beginning.
That time, I didn't think nothing of it, that he was spending the night with Kirk Burrows either every Wednesday night. He got a whole girl at home, but he's spending the night with Kirk Burrows. He's staying at Kirk house. Like, yo, all right, cool. Didn't think nothing of it. And then Kirk had made a mention to some people over the years that him and Puff used to wake up and pray together. And I'm, in my mind, I know he's talking about saying prayers and all that shit like that. But in my other mind, I'm thinking you waking up with a dude praying? Shit is going on. Then there was a situation that somebody said long time ago in the office. They caught Kirk giving Puff a in the office.
Still, there was one moment in the documentary that truly stood out to her, and it stunned a lot of viewers as well. For the first time ever, Kirk Burrows publicly stated that he had been abused by Diddy.
Joe telling the world now. He telling the world now he's forced to do this.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out why he didn't come out sooner. He also alleging that Diddy, forced him to give him jobs.
Oh my God. So you telling me that in the lawsuit, and I seen it, man, that he forced him to sing in the mic. And it wasn't in the studio.
Yeah, that's what he claiming.
Yo, bro, it's crazy. It's real crazy that Kirk is alleging all these things that people always said back then. I remember when me and you had a conversation about this years ago, and you asked me, was I going to talk about it? I said, no, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to let him talk about it. I didn't know he was going to do this lawsuit and put this shit in there. But I told you years ago that I'm not going to talk about it until he talks about it.
That moment, which came near the end of episode 4, hit differently because it wasn't rumor or implication. It was a direct admission from someone who had been there since the very beginning. According to Jaguar, this was the moment when years of whispered conversations suddenly became impossible to ignore. By the way, before we continue, a quick message for anyone out there who dreams of acting or wants to break into the film and TV industry. Our channel is partnered with a real working actor who actively teaches actors around the world, including celebrity clients. He offers global acting classes, one-on-one coaching, on-camera training, and industry-level guidance for anyone serious about leveling up their career. If you want to learn directly from someone booking real roles in film and TV right now, check out the link in the description and visit the website. Whether you're a beginner or already experienced, his training gives you the tools to stand out in today's competitive industry. All right, back to the story.
He said people keep pretending like all of the stuff that they hear about Diddy is something that's new. He's been doing these things. He's a witness to offenses that happened over 30 years ago.
Kirk wasn't a distant associate or a casual industry acquaintance. He was someone deeply embedded in Diddy's inner circle during his most formative years.
It's kind of interesting. They said he didn't smoke and he didn't drink, but throughout all the Biggie's promo, every time you saw him, he had a bottle of champagne. They was drinking Moet all of the time. So I guess they don't consider cases of champagne and everybody having their own bottle and drinking out of their own bottle like it was a 40 ounce. I guess they don't consider that drinking, but I mean, I
Yeah.
digress.
There was a part where he was going back and forth with Andre Harrell, and he was saying, "I'm gonna be drunk and high by Wednesday." I don't know.
Exactly.
So I'm like, it seemed like the shift happened quickly when it comes to being introduced into this thing, into this industry. So he's technically he might be a victim as well.
Jaguar recalled how, at the time, certain behaviors didn't immediately raise alarms. Diddy spending nights at Kirk Burroughs' house was noticed, but not questioned. He had a girlfriend at home, yet he was staying over regularly.
I believe that he was victimized, and I think it happened long before the industry. People really don't want to look closer into his childhood and to what his mama had going on in that house. God knows what he saw and what happened to him in his own mama house. All of those strangers, them up involved, looking around, seeing what was going on. And let's just be clear, it sounds like her house was a house of, professional freak-offs. So who knows what he saw or what could have happened to him while she was busy entertaining people and pouring and getting tips, as she would say, for her after-hour life.
Oh yeah. He was. I'm gonna say he was surprised to hear that.
School bus driver. No, was he surprised or was he like, zip it, you talking too much? Because that's what it looked like to me. It looked like you talking a little bit too much. They don't need to know about that. While she was sitting up there, because I was a bus driver and I was this, and I worked at the after hours. And I would pour them drinks and they would give me big tips.
She did say it just like that. Big tips.
Big pimping, spending cheese.
In Sean's own words, in Diddy's own words, he had said he had a sigh of relief learning that he was the son of a hustler or a gangster. Like he wanted that status. He wanted to say that he was a sigh of relief is a wild thing to say, that your daddy was a gangster or a hustler, or that's what you heard that he was.
Well, I mean, like Tim said, they had a bunch of blaxploitation movies being played around the house all the time. They grew up with the Mac playing. They grew up with Superfly playing. Like, I mean, if that's what you got going on, you got two women in the house and there's no men around, and these are what the little boys are watching. You got basketball players coming over late at night. You got hustlers coming over, PIMPs coming over, women who look like they were modeling for Jet Magazine coming over. Like, it sounds like the nature of the environment is what shaped their perception of what cool was. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure for him it was, oh man, that's who my dad.
Sometimes every week, people brushed it off, assuming there was nothing unusual about it. Over time, Kirk reportedly mentioned that he and Diddy would wake up and pray together. To some, that sounded harmless, even spiritual, but Jaguar admits that in hindsight, those details now feel unsettling when viewed through a different lens. There were also long-standing rumors that circulated quietly through offices and studios, stories that people didn't repeat publicly because doing so felt dangerous. One allegation claimed that someone once walked in on Kirk performing sexual acts on Diddy in an office setting. Even Gene Deal, who has publicly acknowledged witnessing some of the darkest behavior associated with Diddy, appeared shocked when he learned what Kirk was now alleging.